scaling machine. He's just going to connect his laptop to show you the only thing that we can see on this machine. Because on this job you have split controls. I can't answer why they did this, but because these are custom built machines, we build them the way they want them. So somebody wanted split controls, so I can't see fans. I can only see from this compressor compartment here.
Okay.
When I connect my laptop.
When you say split controls, you mean there's another device that you can plug into, or?
Yes, your control company, Virio, they plug in to the other panel, and they see and control the fans.
Okay.
We don't control the fans, the damper, the signal, the on-off signal. We don't control that at all.
Okay.
All my compressors are interested in maintaining your supply temperature set point. That's it. All the other commands come from downstairs, your building automation system, your static. I can't even see static on my end. I saw it this morning. Chad took us downstairs to your engineering room, and I saw your set point is 2 inches. You're running 1.96.
Set point 2 inches?
Yeah.
Why so high?
You got to remember, you got guys that are much more up in the food chain that make these decisions. When we build them, if they want 3 inches, I got a job in Tennessee, they want 5 inches of static.
Yeah.
I don't ask why you need 5 inches. That's what we just built it for.
Okay.
So this machine will maintain 2 inches of static. So here's something interesting. If she shuts down at like 9:20, they shut down. When this machine is at a dead stop and it goes to start back up again, it takes you a while to build your static. All you guys all understand how that operates, right? If anybody needs me to...
Yeah, why don't you go ahead and explain that?
Okay, great. You guys all have a VAV system in your building. So let's say it's warm out. This machine stops. Your set point is 51 degrees. When she turns on, all your VAV boxes are going to be calling for cooling.
Right.
So that all their dampers are wide open. So she's going to run balls to the wall on supply air. And you won't pick up static. So I have been here when it's been warm out, and from a dead stop, she can take as long as 2 hours to give you your full 2 inch. Because it takes it a while to start satisfying your VAV boxes, your individual zones, and the rest of the building. But as soon as they start satisfying, you watch your static. On a day like tonight, she was off. She came on at 5 a.m. by, this is 3 or 1?
This is one.
This is 1. AC3, the other one, in about 11, 12 minutes, less than 20 minutes, you had 1.75 inches of static. This one took a little longer. So you got more areas it serves, or larger VAV boxes. So it took from 5 a.m. to about quarter to 6 before she built up to 2 inches of static. So your static will take time to build up from a dead stop when the machine shuts down. Basically, what we just maintain set points. You have 4 circuits here. They're all independent. If one circuit goes down, the machine does not shut off. The machine will turn on another circuit. You've got enough cooling here that you can run on 2 circuits and maintain supply temperature set point. I've experimented, I've tried. when we come to do startups, I run the machines every circuit, one at a time, balls to the wall, to see what it can give me. So I know you can run on one circuit most of the time, and as soon as it gets warm out, little high humidity, you'll need the second circuit to kick in and out. The alarms that you'll get for your compressor being out, that's going to be downstairs. They didn't ask for an HMI panel, human interface screen that you can have here. You can see what alarms, what's going off. So you don't have that, unfortunately. So you're dependent upon what you see downstairs. So there's nothing up here that will indicate to you you have a compressor and an alarm mode. Vireo can see it. They know what the alarm is. I don't have anything to show you what that alarm is. Every circuit is protected with oil for low oil pressure. It's got a nice reservoir. It'll do automatic reset if the light goes off, and if you had a real cold night and it took time for that oil to get back on a fresh startup, she'll automatic reset and run again. But after 3 tries, on the 4th, it'll lock itself out.
And these are alarms you can only see in the cup, in the plant?
Correct.
On the computer, okay.
So the alarm goes off. Can we reset? We have to reset up here.
If your alarm goes,
If they try 3 times and they lock out,
that's a manual reset. Then you'd have to shut off. Once you find out it's a compressor alarm, you'd have to shut the MSP, which would be for your compressors, will be down here. Those 4 large ones. Okay. You've got a full complete wiring diagram on each machine. These 4 are for your compressors. You turn them off, you turn them back on again. That'll reset the oil alarm. Vireo can do it remotely. I don't have. They didn't want us to have that capability of being able to dial in remotely and see what you have for alarms and reset stuff. So
that one, those 4 breaker is manual trip. So you cannot reset remotely, can you? You have to physically go in there and reset it.
You can reset it here physically. If it's an oil alarm, they can reset it because it'll keep the MSP alive. They can reset it on their front end.
Oh, okay.
They have that capability. I don't have that capability. I have it here on my laptop because I can control this down here. That's what I can see. Their control panel is this one here next door. So if you guys wanted to turn the equipment off, Vireo might have another procedure that they may want you to use. The way we shut the equipment down, there's a little switch, the power switch right up here. That'll shut power off to this controller. So all the lights will go off. These lights will still stay on. These will all go off. That kills your control circuit for your condenser section only. So you can't go inside the unit now and do work. Your fans are still live. So when we come here and we work, kill the control circuit, and I turn every one of these off. I turn every MSP off. Just turn it 90 degrees. That assures you that your high voltage is turned off inside. You won't get a fan that'll run. You also have another breaker to kill control voltage if, say, you got an actuator that went bad. Mr. Vicente? What's that breaker number?
For what?
CB6?
For what are you exactly?
For your actuators. Is that CB6?
CB6, yeah.
When in doubt, you can always refer to the wiring diagram. CB6 shuts off the control voltage to your actuators. So by shutting off this switch and all this, it still leaves power to your actuator.
Okay.
Maybe we should mark that one. Something.
Yeah, that would be good to make a little note up here.
Like a Sharpie? Yeah, all that would be on here though. On your wire diagram.
The only time I write stuff is inside if I'm asked to. Because they had me replace this plastic panel on a job because I wrote stuff down. So I'll write anything you guys want.
Yeah, we won't do that here.
But if you have an actuator go down, you want to ensure your high voltage is shut down, control voltage. So none of your fans will run, but your actuators will always still be live unless you turn that circuit breaker off.
Is it the same as the AC unit? Or is it the breaker number, the actuator, is it the same as the other unit?
On the other unit, yes.
So it's always going to be a circuit breaker.
These two will be mirrored
Okay.
of each other.
Okay, cool.
Questions, comments, concerns?
Every time the thing goes off, like
I'm sorry, you guys speak up.
every time the unit goes off, you said it takes a while to build pressure.
Your static backup, yeah.
Static, right? So what if we have like a power outage or something like that, and let's say a glitch in the power, and then it turns back on? Is it still going to take a long time for it to build back up?
Great question. It's got a multiple different, there's no right or wrong answer. Great question. If you lose power in your building, I don't know how your building is set up and how your generator system is and what your backup capabilities are for here. If you lose power, she shuts down on you. Your building in the middle of the summer, you guys know better than me. You're not gonna jump to 90 degrees in 15 minutes. So if your unit kicks back on again, she'll come back on again on her own once power is restored. Depending on the outside ambient, how long it goes off. But you shouldn't lose all your static because not every single zone is going to overheat that quick.
Yeah, okay.
Now, if she's off in the middle of the summer for an hour and a half, 2 hours,
Oh yeah,
yeah, it's going to take time.
like a breaker trip or something like that. Yeah.
If something happened that caused the entire machine to shut down, all your fans, once you get it back up again, you got to give it time. Your cooling circuit will maintain your supply temperature set point, but your static will be dictated by your B&E boxes and your load in the building. So if you've had power outages before, does the unit go down and come back on again, or do you have to manually turn it back on?
Even a
Manuals. Where?
Pardon me?
Manual.
You got any manuals for them?
They were sent. We don't put them in they're too big. We don't put them inside the equipment. They were sent to the construction company.
they have a PDF version.
So you guys should have that. Mitch should have that.
You request directly anyway instead of depending upon that. We don't get shit for them.
No, nothing's different than any other job. It's exactly the same way. I did put my email down on your other sign-in sheet. You guys can email me, and if you have, or if you want me to email to you, I'll give you my card. And you can, I can send you, and you can have the PDF versions all on your laptop.
Okay, question.
Yes.
The supply and return motor. The supply and return motor. What's the name of that motor?
Infinitum.
No, that's the company.
Yeah.
But what is the
It's an ECM motor.
ECM?
Yeah. They'll never run backwards. ECM motors never will run backwards.
Does it have bearings?
Pardon me?
Does it have bearings?
Oh yeah.
Seal bearing? Seal bearing. Is it a DC motor?
It's a DC motor.
Yeah.
A variable VFD control.
VFD. Every motor has its own control board internally. Every motor has its own parameters.
So
We can look. We can open them and you can see them running.
no, I can see it. I saw it.
Yeah.
But how often have you have experience with this motor? How long it lasts?
Well, they got an average lifespan of about
5 years?
60,000 hours, 7.5 years,
7.5 years?
8 years.
And what kind of
You'll get
maintenance?
more because this one doesn't run 724. You guys shut down at 10 and start back up at 5.
Yeah, but we bowls out. We bowls out at the beginning. But the question I have is, what kind of maintenance on that motor? That I need zero maintenance. Okay.
Zero maintenance. The only thing that you're going to ever do to that motor, if you guys change your filters regularly, you won't do anything. If you don't change your filters regularly, you might get some buildup on the wheel
And
after 3 years, 2 years.
and may I ask, that motor available?
Great question. Great question.
Are they
What's
changed?
What's the availability on those motors?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, so you should have a parts replacement program that you guys should have parts. Sometimes they're made in USA. Sometimes they can take 3 weeks to get, 4 weeks to get. So
Order some spares.
in your operation here, you'd want to have a spare supply fan and a spare return fan motor. You got 3 return fans and 4 supplies.
Are they the same?
No.
Same size?
No.
No, they supply different size and return different size.
Yes.
Okay.
And they follow each other. So if the motor sense that it's pulling more than it should be, it'll protect itself from burning out. It may go into an alarm and it'll be an automatic reset. But if it pulls high amps for too long, it'll be a manual reset. I'll show you when we get back there. I'll show you what that looks like.
What is the load on those fans? Are they 80% load for normal peak hour?
Another great question. The load capacity on the fans, generally they're sized for about 80%.
03, 04?
So somebody in your office should have your tab report. They didn't send it to me. So your tab report, you guys know what tab means, right?
No.
Sorry. Test and balance.
Oh, test and balance. Okay.
Test and balance company that came,
Right.
they set the fans. And you can look at that report and see if they're running at 68%, 72%, 79%. You can see what they're running at to achieve what they want.
So there's no visual VFD?
No,
No.
no. But your tab report will have that on there.
So,
Is that something we can see from the control room? Our VFDs or?
You can see CFM on your pages, AC1 and AC3.
so
Some of them are accurate and some numbers are not. We have not done calibration process yet. So hopefully that'll get done this week. And then they should all be accurate. What we did here was changed out all the dampers and actuators. I didn't like them. I had some that were sticking on me and binding. So I made the decision to change them all. Every one of them, both machines. So you got all brand new, top of the line, dampers and actuators.
Those motors inside the supply, do you have some kind of crane or some kind of hookup so you can lower down and bring it out? Because those things are heavy. Do you have any kind of special tool?
You got
Manpower?
you got 18 guys in your department.
No, 18 will divide to 8.
Someone's gonna build something. They are heavy.
But
You're gonna
I know,
build something.
but I mean, I would imagine you, in manufacturer they have some kind of crane or some kind of hookup, the eye hookup in
You
there.
put them in with a forklift.
Oh Jesus!
So when, but 3 weeks ago, I had 4 guys. We had to change one,
Right?
a little larger than these,
Yeah.
more CFM. We had to change it on the job site, and we did it the Egyptian method. It worked. They built pyramids by hand, so we did it block and tackle, Egyptian method. It worked. If you have to change one of these, you're gonna build something. Of course, because they are heavy, so you're gonna do something inside. Someone's gonna build something, come up with an idea. The lower ones are not bad. The upper ones are a little bit more challenging.
Oh, boy.
You guys got any other questions on here?
Instead of reset there, most of the time we reset the power supply. This one, this baby, is that feasible? I mean, is that right? It's okay.
That will work as well. I don't know how your department. I don't know your department heads if they like to
Reset.
completely shut power on and off. Some places don't like that. You shut that power off, it will reset all your controllers here, and the other cabinets all have controllers inside them as well. It'll reset the entire machine. When you do that reset, 20 to 25 minutes time delays. You don't have just one time delay, 5 minutes, and then she takes off running. Your fans, you have to, the sequence of operation is your dampers are going to modulate open. Once your dampers operate, if they're open, then your fans are going to start ramping up real slowly. So that's your first time delay is on your dampers. Then your next time delay is getting your fans all up to proper CFM. Once they reach CFM, then you're going to have another time delay for cooling section. And it's a time delay per circuit. You got 4 circuits, right? It's a time delay per circuit. So in the middle of the summer, they called me, they changed power. They had, you can see that they had the phase reversed on here. Not the same color on the bottom of the same. So when they finally got the phase reversed, they reset power. This has a voltage phase monitor on it. If the power gets switched, low voltage, it should shut the machine down. I can't see that alarm. Your controls company can. They know that it went off on that, and they can see it. But it can take 20, 22, 25 minutes for her to get 100% up online. Now, I've seen it happen when it's not real hot out. With one circuit running, you reach 51 degree supply air already. So the guys were calling me, panicking that, hey, the other compressors are not kicking on. What's your supply temperature? If your set point's 51 degrees, and she's at 51, it doesn't need to bring them all on. So that'll happen. That master resets all your controllers inside, and then they all. So this has a time delay. When it sees power go off, it has a time delay as well. So there's several time delays. That's why it takes so long. So don't panic if you don't see the whole machine. It's not like it is a package, but it's not like a package unit. You turn on your package unit, 20 ton, both circuits kick on, everything runs. So it's not like that.
Another
Is there a reset inside? Is there a reset inside so you don't have to turn this one on?
That's a soft reset inside. The control company, Alberio, they can reset alarms, and they can reset quite a few things on their end. This would be a hard reset if you had lost power. If your controller, this locked up once while we were on site here. We were off site. They brought power in. They cranked power on, but they had the legs reversed, the phases. The controller locked up. Once they got that back on, he let it power down, do a master reset, and she came all back on her own. Nobody had to mess with it. It's pretty robust, but it can be sensitive to major power interruptions. I don't know if you guys get that a lot here.
So soft reset is like the top where you reset at the top, right?
Yep. That will also, there is no high voltage in here, up here. So I can put my hands on everything. So you don't have to be afraid. Once you reset that switch up here, that will reset this controller.
It takes 25 minutes to
No. On a soft reset, she'll turn on your cooling within 5 minutes, and your fans already should be running. This doesn't control your fans. They're controlled elsewhere. Alberio, when they were here, they had access to pull the fire alarm relay. I don't like, for control people, for techs that work on this, it's okay. To me, it's not a safe way to shut your unit down by unplugging the fire alarm relay. That's life safety. And it has a lot of little pins. And accidentally, somebody that got sausage fingers like me, you go to put it in and you bend one of the pins, your machine will not start no matter what. She will not take off. So I'm not showing you that method because it's not one that I like showing people. They asked us to do it that way. I don't care for it. It's in a fire alarm panel and it's life safety. This method here, and after you shut all these off, you can also shut your disconnect. If you needed to work on your contactors, for sure, you're going to want to shut your main disconnect. And always, you guys know this, always have a voltmeter handy, always check. I'm not the electrician on record on site, so I don't know, excuse me. There's circuits in here that don't shut off with that disconnect. Your outlet on the side over here. So there's certain things that on HVAC equipment, not everything shuts off. So just as a good general practice, you got a burnt contactor you need to change. You're going to want to shut power off, and then you're going to want to go around and check, make sure. You won't have 460 volt, but you may have 120. You may have a 120 circuit fed from a different breaker in your facility. Here, you shut that off. That shuts your incoming power. All these are turned off. When you're gonna power your unit back on, turn all these on. Your fans, if they see an imbalance, if they see one fan and another fan not running, it's going to sense an imbalance and it's going to throw an alarm. You won't see that alarm. It's going to be internal to the fan, and the fan's going to decide. It's not going to be a hard shutdown. It's going to say, hey, maybe I got another fan that hasn't come online yet. So we'll try several times before something turns into a hard reset. To reset any of your fans, if they go into alarm, when I go back there, I'll show you what's it going to look like, where the red light's going to be. You've got to turn the MSP off and back on again. These fans don't like being turned off and then back on again right away. You guys haven't seen these get turned off, but it takes several minutes for that wheel to stop spinning. That's how well balanced they are. If you turn that off and back on again and that wheel was spinning, it's going to throw an alarm. So all ECM motors don't like saying you want your blade to be stopped 100%.
Does it have the Delta P alarm trip?
I'm not a smart guy. What's a Delta P?
The filter dirty.
Oh, static pressure alarm.
Yeah, static. That's it.
You're going to have that downstairs on your front end if you have it.
It's not local, so it not trip the unit.
No.
Okay.
Do you want the unit to shut down because your filters are dirty?
Some of our unit is Delta P high. They won't allow us to run.
That's not my call.
No, I'm just asking.
So
Yeah,
in your environment, somebody made that decision whether they want the unit to stay running, enunciate, let you know downstairs that, hey, we got a filter trip alarm, our static's on the high side, and unit needs maintenance.
Okay.
I doubt it because I've seen them pretty dirty.
Mhm.
I've changed them 3 times.
On the ECM motor, I'm not familiar with that motor, but the stupid question is that does it have the wiring? Does it require
All your wiring for your ECM motors will be on here.
yeah, but it's not like rotation. It's not going to change rotation if you change different.
You can never change rotation on an ECM motor by switching wires around. You guys all know to change a rotation on a 3-phase motor, just change 2 legs.
Right.
You change 2 legs on an ECM motor, it's still going to run the same way.
Same way. Okay.
It's going to run the same way it was programmed. All these were programmed at the factory to run in one direction.
So you're saying that if I have a red, black, and I can switch over, and the motors run fine.
The motor will still run clockwise. If it was programmed to run clockwise,
It will
you
run.
switch any 2 legs you like, it should still run clockwise no matter what.
Okay. All right.
Only ECM motors do that.
Okay.
All your other Baldo motors, you change rotation by changing your phase leg.
Is those motor repairable for changing the bearings? We changed the bearings.
Another great question. I haven't had a bearing failure until 3 weeks ago, and that's because they got rain inside the unit. They had 2 inches of water inside the unit, and those motors weren't designed to be outdoor motors, and I got water in the bearings. So I'm sending them back to infinitum. I have never changed
Okay.
bearings in the field.
So changing those bearings here is something we could do, or they have to be sent out?
I don't think you can do it on site.
They can seal
You have
it.
to send them out.
Yeah.
That's why you need to have spares. This little doohickey in here, I stick my fingers in here because I'm a little older than most of you guys. Not by much, but a little bit. And I have a tremendous respect for 480 volts. This little doohickey here controls this fan. And that fan gives circulation in the cabinet, and it keeps condensation from creating inside there. You come here one day, you see condensation inside the cabinet on a hot, sticky, humid day, your fan might have stopped running. Take a look. They do burn out.
To replace that, do we have
This
to
switch-
shut off the whole unit to replace that fan?
My service guys would not. Your boss dictates your safety, how he wants you to work. Right? When I change an outlet in my house, I don't shut off a breaker. I've changed 460 volt breakers live because I had to for the data center. But that's me. That's a couple of my guys that have experience. But I can't tell you how to run it, how to do it at your end. Your shop foreman, your boss may dictate, hey, no, you're gonna work on anything, after hours, shut the machine down, you wanna be safe. Now, if you're gonna work inside here, and you're gonna have 460, you gotta remember that no long screwdrivers, you touch something, so they may not want that. It's different for us that we do service work and startup than for you guys. And you're working for a company. Your safety protocols here are a lot more rigorous than what we're accustomed to. This little switch here is for your lights inside the unit. That's pretty much. These are current sensors that were added by Alberio to monitor your current consumption. I had nothing to do with those. We got a small transformer here.
So that blue button there, that turns that little fan on and off, or?
Or is that like the
it's a
control of
setting.
speed? Yeah, it's like a speed, like
Temperature.
a temperature. Yeah,
It's a
temperature.
temperature.
So it turns it on and off from temperature. Okay.
T-snap.
You have AC and DC power supply. 24 volt AC transformer. 24 volt DC power supply. So you got it both.
Is that the breaker for that fan? Next to it?
Great question.
So what fans are you specifically wanting?
I don't
I'm
know.
talking about the little small one.
The little fan.
Oh, that little fan?
Is that on its own breaker?
Yeah, I
Usually,
believe so, yeah.
usually it is.
But it's only, you can tell it's only 24 volts.
Yeah. Now you're working right next to
Right
it.
next to, yeah.
So I would
Yeah.
have to disconnect
Yeah.
off and end up playing around. Any questions on this here? There are a lot of breakers and all that other stuff. When you're bored one day, you got nothing to do and you want to read up.
Yeah, I can give you guys a rundown. Mostly right here, these are all your supply fans. These four, like Henry was saying, there's a wire diagram here that'll show you everything. So for the most part, from what I can remember, these are your supply fans, 3 return fans, and then your 6 axial fans right here, which are your condenser fans. And these will be all your compressors, of course, to have your contactors right next to it.
So
But
that's
yeah, all
six.
that will be here.
6 condenser fans, 4 supply, and 3 returns. And the little tiny guy up there. That's what you have for fans.
Just not labeled.
They're labeled on the top.
If you walk up top there, you'll
On
see
top?
They have a label on them,
label
and they just
and
go
the labels
and refer to them.
Okay. Thank you.
in the wiring diagram.
Right. And those white switches up there? What
Those
is
are all
it?
circuit breakers
Circuit breaker for?
crankcase heaters, for
20 volt,
Yeah.
24
So it
volt,
For
it'll
your-
all-
for
so
your power
it
supply.
trip like it resets.
Yeah.
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 Reset. All right. Thank you, sir.
questions, comments, concerns. Then we can move back here a little bit. Did you want me to spend any time talking about your condenser section?
Any common things we need to reset? Resets, any things we need to be checking on our end?
There's that's the only random reset there. Nothing else to reset out here.
So there's no like safeties or anything for us to reset out here by the compressor? Just the high? Just the high pressure?
So everything's redundant on every circuit.
What about say coils?
Pop off your bird screen and hose them down straight. Nothing at an angle, just like any other condenser coil. It's a regular condenser coil. You guys got tons of them up here on equipment. I'm sure you guys clean. You've got electronic safety switches, and then your head pressure also has a manual safe reset. We've never had these trip on us. The machine will shut down, we'll send an electronic signal and say, hey, we lost a fan, something happened. Usually you'll lose a fan. These axial fans, we've lost in the last 5 years, 3 out of 20,000. Not bad. Going to shut her down, but you guys know you condensate because this application for this piece of equipment, you guys bring in a lot of outside air. These are your outside air hoods. You got them on the other side. So you guys love economization here, taking advantage of free cooling. So you bring in a lot of outside air. Your filters
Watch out.
here in this compartment here. Your filters, you got 2 sets. If they go too long, these supply fans, return fans, are strong and powerful. They don't care if your filters are dirty. They're still going to want to give you the same static, the same CFM. So what I'm saying is they will pull the dirt off of your filters.
Oh shit.
And then that dirt collects on your evaporator coil. Yeah. And when in the summertime when the evaporator coil gets nice and wet and it's condensing, all that dirt goes into your pan. So a little bit more maintenance than some units you may have. Making sure your pan's clean, making sure your filters are changed regularly.
Regularly meaning, by time, by a month, or by CFM, or how often?
You're the one that's going to answer that question, Mr. Brett. I'm not on your site long enough to know whether they're going to be. I got a site. They manufacture computer chip boards. Their service contract, they wanted me to change the filters for them every 2 weeks, every 2 months. After 3 weeks, they called me and said, machine ain't running. Filters are block solid after 3 weeks. They have to get changed every 2 weeks. If I wait 16, 17 days, their airflow drops.
So you have to change them every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Is it a big unit like this?
Not quite as big, half the size, but it's 100% outside air, no return air. You guys have return air and outside air. So you're the one that's going to answer that question by looking at them. And these machines, I'm sure you guys have a program and you guys look at your stuff regularly, right? And you're gonna be looking at this regularly. Your night shift guy is gonna look at the filters when the machine's shut down. And he can report back and go, hey, you got pre-filters, and then you got a set of 4-inch final filters. Your pre-filters are cheap, comparatively speaking. They should be changed regularly. This is your return fan compartment. This compartment can be opened while the machine's running, and so this needs to. This one is on the negative side. The others are going to be positive. You want to be careful. If you try to open those, the machine's running. She's got some, at 25,000 CFM, that door will hurt you if it smacks you.
I have a question on changing filter. Can I partially shut down instead of shut down the whole unit to change the filter? Can you show me how?
Remember when I said your boss is going to dictate that? I would not want to change filters on this machine personally without shutting the fans down.
Well, can I shut the fan with the breakers inside of the compartment?
You're going to create an issue. Remember I told you that these fans like all running at the same time?
Right.
So you shut the fans off.
Shut all of them.
You shut them.
Supply and return.
You shut them all off. You're going to have to shut the control power to the condenser section. Make sure your compressors don't run.
All right.
So if you're going to change filters, you're going to go through all that. You might as well just shut the machine down.
But the unit shuts off at 10 p.m., right?
Yeah.
So 10 p.m. to 5 in the morning.
Yeah. You got a whole shift there to change
When they get
filters.
done.
Yeah.
But just this one. But the other one is not. The other one is not scheduled. Does
The
it?
other one is the same you said earlier, right?
Yeah. It's also on the schedule. It
On the
shuts down.
schedule too.
Yeah. Take a look at that green LED light. You guys want to see the LED light in the back of the frame?
What does that indicate? The green LED light.
That power's on it. Everything's normal on the fan.
And if it's not, it's going to be red.
Yes.
Okay.
Then I'm going to explain to you why she'll go red.
Okay.
So your dampers are here. You're going to start opening to bring in outside air. So the way the machine's being controlled, that I don't have control over it. You guys are always monitoring your temperature, your outside air, always looking to get that free energy, which is pretty neat. Let's go back over here and I'll explain why that light will go red on a fan. Doesn't mean the fan's bad. She'll go into alarm. get on the podium. So that fan will go into alarm. Your supply dampers have to be open. Your supply fans have to be running. So all your dampers have to be in unison with each other, and they all have to be open and fully open. If a damper takes too long to open, if the signal's delayed, I don't control the signal to the fans. This is one of 2 sites that we have this issue with. Split controls. It's the worst thing in the world. By me not having control over the fans, I can't set those time delays properly. You may get a condition when they're measuring your outside temperature and they want to bring in less outside air because it's warm, they're warmed up, they want to do more return air. They send that signal to the dampers. If the dampers are not open in time and the fans ramp up, they can throw an alarm. They can overamp, and all of a sudden, instead of it pulling 11 amps, it can go to 13, 14, 19 amps. She won't trip the breaker inside here yet, because it sees it momentarily. The fan will hit that alarm. The very first time it hits it, it's a soft reset. It will internally restart the fan and take off running. But if it's done that twice, on the 3rd time, to reset that red light and the fans to run, you got to shut the MSPs off for the fan. Turn them all off. Make sure that nothing's running. Turn them back on again. That has happened here on this particular site repeatedly, a number of times, because I don't control the sequencing of the fans. I don't control the sequencing of the dampers. That's done through a separate company, and they still don't have that down to a science yet. We've talked to them about it, I even brought the company that made these fans. I brought them here, night shift, because I had them go off on alarms for me. We open the fans up and plug right into the motherboard, and I download all the history and everything that we were seeing, that we've always seen here, has been the timing of the dampers. So that's when you'll see that light off. If you come out here, your supply, they will not shut off your supply fans. Return fans will not shut your machine down. You're still going to maintain supply temperature 7.0. All you give up when those fans shut down is economization, sucking back return air, and exhausting your air. But your supply temperature, your supply fans will still run. So you won't lose the building. You see you open that door, you're doing your check, that should be part of your normal check. Check your fans. You see that little red light on? The fan's not going to be running if the light's on. So you know the fans shut down.
We're gonna come back here for 7.
That requires you to shut the MSP off in here, turn it off, and back on again.
Just for that fan or all the fans?
The only ones that are going to do it are the return fans, because you've got dampers that control outside air. You got a damper in the bottom that controls return air. You got a damper up top that controls exhaust air. And all that has to be done in unison. And when the conditions are just right, I don't know when that is, but it has happened that you don't open all the way and the fans turn on. The fans get that signal from them to turn on. If they're not open when they should be, she'll throw an alarm.
Can you show me the breaker that you reset? Because if in the future is trip again, we know which one.
These are your supply fans. These are return fans.
The last 6 are axial fans, condenser fans, those 3 on the left which is, they have it written down up there. Somebody written it down up there. RF1, RF2 on the cover. for the one.
These 3 are your return fans. Your MSB for return fans.
Those are the axials and the top ones.
So somebody did write out here RF1, RF2, RF3.
Just watch out for those friends. Just watch out for those friends. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. Thank you.
Because of the way the controls are,
Yeah.
it's the only place we see this.
Okay. Thank you.
You guys know what these are, right? You probably bring it forward.
Oh, that's what I'm looking for. Yes.
Okay,
All right.
not filter. You're talking about the high
Yeah.
static.
High static. Okay. So that reset.
High static right here. So yeah,
Okay.
you'll see on the front end. There'll be an alarm on the graphic and on the screen. So you know what to do with these. You guys are familiar with these. So. There's your supplier static pressure. It's the one that's coming to see from here. You obviously can see from the front end. They're all like turn air duct static and then building static. I don't know where I'll make sure I'll get the drawings for here. I don't know where they're at. It should be here, so we'll get the as-built again. Really, I mean, I don't know if you guys are familiar with this little screen right here. You're probably never going to use it, but if you wanted to, you can. That's your HOA switch basically. So
Your what?
HOA if you needed to override something. But if you're gonna do that, probably use it from the front end. Probably use it. Then you come up here and navigate that way. These are like the HOAs. Instead of having switches now, they use all these. So it's pretty explanatory. I haven't used it much, but if I go home and I hit the back button right here, you have inputs, outputs, and then it tells you how many are in hand, and then all total. So basically right now it says 11 inputs, 1 output, and then you have 0 in hand. So you'll know how many are in hand just by looking at that.
So that's the little piece where we're putting it in hand.
If you want it,
If we need to.
I would do it from the front end, but I mean, if you want to, you can do it from the front end. The only reason why I do it from the front end is then you would. I'm not too sure. No, I never tried that. If you put it in hand here, I'm sure it'll show up there in hand. You know, on the front end, it shows the handmade links. I don't ever use this usually because I have remote access, so I just take my laptop. But you can put it in this, and I don't think it tells you the name here. It's the output, like output 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you have to look at the sheet in front of that.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, if you were going like right now, it's going up and down here right here. And let's say inputs, for example, right hand. And then you can see that, yeah, I see it's not, it doesn't tell you the name, it just says put the number here. So like, you need to, but it'll tell you voltage, it'll tell you if it's digital, open or closed, and then you do the output too. So, go back to that now. Outputs are right here. It's basically, you got up, down arrow, back button, and then enter button. So, right there, that's up, right. So, pretty simple. There's nothing much to it. It's just one output on here. You got this control. So I mean, pretty straightforward. Like I said, I'll get the drawings on this one. There's one thing that I've noticed that we've been out here since when these return fans shut down, like when I seen them, like go to alarm. I would just, you don't want to turn off the whole system. I'm sure you said it already, right? You don't want to reset these. You don't need to reset the whole system.
Just those 4 switches.
You just hit those three switches.
Yeah.
Just reset the MSB, just turn them off. Right, that's what that's the only thing I've had to do. Yeah, just turn them all off at once and then wait like a minute or something and turn them all off. You said wait a little longer than that? No, you can turn them all off. As long as they're all off. Yeah, if you do one, it doesn't. It'll fall back again. At least that's what I know. It's like if you
do all 3.
Do all 3. Yeah, that's what I know.
Now, when we lost communication between these and the control room, how can we reset this?
Well, that all depends on how it got reset. Like reset what? Like an alarm?
No, I mean sometimes we have lost communications.
Yes, that would have to be investigated. You don't reset that. It could
Pick
be
up the
multiple
phone and
things.
call Burial.
Right. Well, that could be the IT department. Yeah, you have to be diagnosed. There could be multiple things that could cause that. I mean, so it could be a bad controller. It could be the Kaiser network. It could be a number of things. So.
But if you want to
Like
reset
like
the controller,
the note,
You're
like the
saying if it does go off, though, and you need to turn the
like the note that we have up in the tower.
If it goes,
Yeah, like this one up in the tower, all the air handler, they have a switch that we can turn it off and turn it back on to reset.
to reset the controller, you're talking about.
yeah. So sometimes, but that's more like for like this is Ethernet. Back to the right. So you're saying for the MS, it's like MSCP over there, right?
Yeah.
Probably. So sometimes that's just a little more like finicky, and sometimes you need cycle power. Sometimes it comes back online. Sometimes it doesn't, depending on what happens. You could typically with Ethernet. I mean, cycling power is probably not going to do it, but you never know. I mean, you try. You'd have to shut the power off that main disconnect right there. That's like so that would be the same thing, right? So, but yeah, I mean,
Can we?
communication with the MSC
What is that breaker right there?
This is
Wi-Fi.
for the panel.
Huh?
This is for our panel.
Oh,
So you can, if you want to, you can just come here and hit that, and it'll turn off all our stuff. Yes.
Okay,
Absolutely.
that's what we're trying to
Right.
figure
All
out.
right.
Okay.
All right. My bad. Sorry. Yeah.
Okay, reset everything inside there. There we go.
Right.
Perfect. Cool.
But I don't think that's you know what, if you have a comm issue, it's not like MSTP. It's a little different. Typically, for this side, you can put it. For that's a little. It's sometimes it gets on a different baud rate, or something happens where the controllers needs to be restarted. Typically, you can try, but I haven't. Usually for back in the right, you don't see that. So at least I don't. You have uses on each one of these transformers here. Like I said, I don't have the drawing, so but I would imagine one's for one controller, and the other one's for another controller. I'm not sure off I can follow the wire, but so yeah, if you see these popped up, pushing it back in. That's a sign there's no power here. Pressures, cut out, high suction, high static. So this is outside air reference. And then I'll show you where the pickup locations are if you guys want to see them, where the return and the static, supply static is. This right here, you guys will never probably ever probably not even care about, I'm sure, but this is the KW meter.
You locked it.
I'm not too sure what that thing is up there. Do you know what that is or no? I don't know what that is either.
It's a chingus.
Not too sure what that guy is, but this right here is the power meter. You guys will see these on a lot of the buildings. If you want to look at it, you can see it from the front end, but if you want it, you can just come here and look and read it on. There's a lot of stuff in there. We're just picking up the KW, so you can get amps, you can get voltage, there's all kinds of stuff. It's something I don't even understand. So, but yeah, so you would just, like I said, if you really want to do it, you can do real-time values right here. And then see, the only problem with that is you don't know. It just says element A and B and C. You ain't gonna know what it is without going down the front end and looking at it. It'll tell you supply fan on the front end. I know what A, like A, probably supply fan. B is usually the exhaust or the return, and then the C is the total power. That's what's in here. But like I said, I don't think you guys ever even look at this stuff. Any questions on any of this? No. I'm going to show you guys the front end anyways on the graphics. That's where we're going to do most of that. So I'll show you some on that. The only issues I've ever had really, but as far as I've been here, there's other people been here before me, it's that return fan section. That's pretty much the only thing I've ever had to deal with. So everything else has been running pretty good. So. You have your outside air humidity and temperature right there, and you can read the static pickup is in the duct right there. So look under there. That's where your outside air humidity comes from. So same thing on the other unit, same exact spot.